In a spirit of respect for one another and recognizing the diversity of religious traditions among us, let us pause for a moment of prayer. Spirit of grace, Spirit of wisdom, we welcome your presence with us today as we celebrate the dedication, hard work, and accomplishments of these graduates and this institution. May we forever value and desire what has been revealed to us in this community. On this day of endings and beginnings, may this convocation ceremony give us renewed hope, courage, and energy. Amen.
Madam Chancellor, honorary degree candidates, former honorary degree recipients, distinguished platform guests, colleagues, graduates, family, and friends, good afternoon. It's my pleasure to welcome all of you here to Mount St. Vincent University's 2004 Fall Convocation. Today, we celebrate the accomplishments of nearly 450 graduates in 31 programs and from 14 different countries. It's with very great pride that we at Mount St. Vincent extend our congratulations to you, the graduating class of 2004, and I'll ask everyone here to join me in a round of applause for our graduates. Graduates, I'm sure you'd want to reciprocate. I know from talking with you and from many of your predecessors that you recognize that it is the encouragement and support and mentoring of faculty, the support of your family and friends, and the staff at the university who have helped you, along with your own hard work and dedication, to the success that we recognize today. So I'm going to ask you graduates to join me in expressing that appreciation to your faculty and to your family and friends here assembled. I also want to acknowledge and thank the various departments on campus who work so hard to put convocations together. Everyone from public affairs to physical plant to the staff in the President's office who coordinate the proceedings, and many other colleagues make a tremendous effort to ensure this day is special for each of you. I also specifically want to recognize the hard work of our registrar, Lynn Theriault, and her staff. It is Lynn and her staff who go through each person's file to make sure that you truly should be here today. So the fact that you are means that you have the Lynn Theriault seal of approval, along with that of the University Senate. This is also an opportunity for me to publicly recognize those who have made volunteer contributions that help to shape the university's life and work. On the stage are a number of members of our Board of Governors, and they, along with members of advisory committees, people who assist in our athletics and recreation departments, and in many, many other areas of the university, give their time willingly so that the university can offer the kind of education that we do. Today we celebrate not only the accomplishments of our graduates seated over here, but also those of 3 exceptional women seated on the stage who have distinguished themselves in their lives and careers. Aldéa Landry, Catherine McKinnon, and Mary Sparling. Each will be recognized later in the program, and I know that you will be moved by the commitment and dedication and professionalism that each of them have shown in their chosen walk of life and in their community. We look forward to welcoming them to our alumni family this afternoon. It is a tradition at Mount Convocations to acknowledge the achievements of members of our Mount community. One of the things we try to do at this university is facilitate the opportunity for staff of the university to complete a credential while they continue to work here. And so I particularly want to recognize Julie Mitchell from our Registrar's Office, who will be receiving her Bachelor of Arts in Psychology. Isha Simmons, who has worked in our conference office and who will be receiving her Bachelor of Business Administration. Bonnie Skerritt, also of the Registrar's Office, who will be receiving her Certificate in Information Technology. And Cindy Brenton from our Procurement Office, who will receive her Bachelor of Business Administration with distinction. I also like to recognize some of the family connections among our graduates. I want to extend congratulations to twins Lauren and Lashwana Smith. Lauren will be receiving her Bachelor of Applied Arts in IT, and Lashwana her Bachelor of Public Relations today. Sisters Daniela and Maria Curato both will receive their Masters of Education in Literacy. Lorianne and Roman Joswick, a husband and wife team from Toronto, will be receiving their Masters of Education in Literacy. And another husband and wife team from Dartmouth, Kelly McNeil Zink and David Zink, will receive their Masters of Education in Curriculum Studies. And Alfonso and Fiju Matthew from Portland, Jamaica, will receive their Masters of Education in Adult Education. I also want to make mention of another of our graduates, Suzanne Height, who will receive today both her Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and her Bachelor of Arts in English degrees, and both are to be awarded with distinction. That's quite an accomplishment. Today's graduates come from many different programs of study, as you will see in the proceedings, which you each have in your hand. They make their homes in Nova Scotia, elsewhere in the Atlantic region, and throughout the world. Today, you each join a worldwide family of 21,000 Mount alumni who are the best ambassadors for our university that we could possibly wish for. Whether you have studied entirely here on campus, entirely at a distance, or a hybrid that suited your work and study and family needs, you will, I know, have benefited from what this university has to offer. And as alumni, you remain members of our Mount community, and we look forward to following your careers, learning of your successes, and seeing you at reunions and alumni gatherings. Graduation is, of course, more than a culmination of years of study. As our chaplain said, this is a day of endings, but also of beginnings. To all today's graduates, I want to emphasize the key role that you play as educated citizens. With the milestone of this graduation behind you, you have special rights and special responsibilities. As alumni of a university and this university, society will accord you recognition and respect. based on your scholastic accomplishments. Your new credentials will help open doors to personal and career advancement. You and your community will reap the benefits of this education. But these privileges come in tandem with expectations of you as university graduates. Your colleagues and communities, your professions, and your countries expect that you will use your newfound knowledge and abilities to better our world, to contribute new ideas, to take on new challenges for which you are equipped, and to be leaders. In accepting these challenges, which I ask you to do, you will be justifying the faith placed in you and contributing to the betterment of our world. You are indeed the next generation of leaders. Please assume the responsibilities that entails with determination and a gladness of heart in the knowledge that you can and will make a difference. We hope the love of learning you've developed at the Mount and the skills and abilities that you have honed while you have been here will benefit you and benefit the society to which you contribute your talents through your work, your family, your community service. Please keep in touch to tell us about the innovative contributions you are making, and stay in touch with us by phone, in person, through our website, through email, so that we can hear about the next stages of your life's journey. News of the Mount is, of course, as close as www.msvu.ca. So congratulations to all of you. We look forward to continuing to celebrate with you, and all the very best. Thank you.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, honored guests, honorary degree recipients, faculty, family, friends, and graduates, I am honored to deliver the valedictory address this afternoon. I'd like to begin with a real-life story that took place a few months ago. I was walking to class with a friend of mine, and after realizing that we were nearly finished our degrees, we began reflecting on our time we spent at MSVU. Out of curiosity, I turned to her and I asked, "What will you remember most about our years at the Mount?" There was a brief moment of silence, and then she turned to me and she exclaimed, "That darn hill!" Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Mount campus, I'll take a moment to explain. Beyond this building where we are gathered this afternoon, there is a hill. But it's not just any hill. No, it's a big hill, and one that must be climbed if you want to get anywhere else on campus. So you can well imagine that this hill is the #1 complaint amongst all MSVU students, with those dreadful beginning of term lineups at the financial services counter coming in a close second. So when my friend said the hill, I couldn't help but laugh. Then the more we talked, though, we realized that this hill was a metaphor for our entire university experience. You see, climbing a hill, or working your way through a university education, is a lot like climbing a hill. It takes strength, dedication, and perseverance. Fellow graduates, we may have studied in different programs, at different levels, at different stages, and different ages. But when it all comes down to it, each and every one of us has one thing in common. We've all climbed the hill. let's stop and think about our first day at MSVU. Standing at the bottom of the mount, looking up at the great unknown and the mother house, no doubt a little nervous. Were you wondering where the tow rope was? Then think about our first month of classes. For some of us, we may have been wondering, will we make it past our first tuition payment, our first in-class presentation, the initial stages in our major research project, our first visit to Vinnie's, the first midterm, and for some of us, our first time away from home. But we soon realized that there was a tow rope, so to speak, a tow rope made of family, friends, colleagues, world-class professors, and the entire MSVU staff. With the guidance and support of all of these individuals, we climbed that hill. Of course, some of us climbed it differently than others. Some of us marched the whole way, never looking back, never losing breath. Some of us stopped halfway up, wondered exactly what we were doing here, but decided to keep going. And some of us took a break and waited until the time was right to resume our journey. And today, we finally reached the top, much wiser about ourselves and the world around us. I've often heard people talk about what it's like at the top of a hill. The view is different for everyone, but some would tell you it could be a bit foggy at first. Sometimes, trying to figure out where to go next can be more daunting than the journey it took to get there. For us, we've just spent an extended period of time at this university working towards a goal that we've now achieved. So chances are, many of us are wondering where to go next. Well, guess what? There are apparently more hills to climb. But we'll be okay because we have the tools to climb them. We have our experiences and a quality education from the Mount that can lead us where we want and need to be. And while we are well equipped for the journey ahead, we have to remember that it is up to us to make the most of it. I think we need to look at our education from the Mount as an investment in our futures and in our happiness and use it to our full advantage. And I also think we need to find out what matters most to us and put that first. And I also need to think that we need to discover what makes us passionate and fill our lives with it. Then we'll be able to climb the hills and meet the challenges. However, as much as today is a day about looking ahead to the hills that await us, it is more so a day to celebrate and to thank those who helped get us here. On a personal note, I would like to thank my family, Mom, Dad, Kara, Kelly, Stephen, Brennan, and Graham. Thank you for your support. And I would also like to thank Melissa, Lashana, Liz, and Andrew for your friendship. And I would like to thank my professors, especially those in the public relations faculty, for providing me with a solid foundation on which to build my career. Thank you. Whoops, I'm not finished yet. And on behalf of all of the graduates, I would like to thank all of you for being here today and sharing this special day with us. And I would like to congratulate all of my fellow graduates. I wish you much success, happiness, and work-life balance in the future. And it's my hope that we'll all remember today as the day we conquered the hill. Thank you.
Madam Vice Chancellor and President, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the Collegiate Honors of Graduation. I attest that they have successfully completed the required courses of study, and I ask that they come down first, but I also ask that they be awarded certificates? No certificates? Certificates? Come on down! This is the moment you've been awaiting. The Advanced Certificate of Proficiency in French with Distinction on Simona Horinkar. The Certificate in Business Administration to Ina Lee. The Certificate in Community Residential Services to Sarah J. Lee Pike. And the Certificate in Information Technology to Bonnie Elizabeth Scarrett. Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the Collegiate Honors of Graduation. I attest that they have successfully completed the required courses of study, and I ask that they be admitted to the baccalaureate degrees. Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Arts on Lindsay Dawn Marie Barnett. Michelle Lynn Boutelier. Amanda Lee Campbell with distinction. Ashley Marie Dinsdale. Sherilyn Annette Francis. Matthew Garland. Eric Hughes. Denise Michelle Kelly. Anita Marie Kent with distinction. Jennifer Kinsella. Elizabeth Lindsay. Tracy Lumsden with distinction.
Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations on the distinction.
Nancy McIsaac.
Nancy, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Nancy.
Mark McPhee.
Mark, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Mark.
Amy Martell.
Amy, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Amy.
Jeffrey Daniel Meisner.
Jeffrey, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Jeffrey.
Thank you.
Julie Lynn Mitchell.
Julie, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Julie.
Dawn Marie Mumford with distinction.
Dawn, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations for the distinction.
Nadine Smith.
Nadine, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Nadine.
Susan Pamela Strickland.
Susan, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations, Susan.
Michael John Tabor with distinction.
Michael, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations for your distinction.
Rusty Vinot.
Rusty, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations.
Patricia Wilson.
Patricia, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Arts Advanced Major on Tanya Juanita Kuhn with distinction.
Tanya, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts Advanced Major. Congratulations for the distinction.
Amanda Meany.
Amanda, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts Advanced Major. Congratulations.
Melissa Pascal.
Melissa, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Arts Advanced Major. Congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors in History on Sharon McManus.
Sharon, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors History with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Science on Suzanne D. Height. Suzanne is also receiving her Bachelor of Arts degree today with distinction in both degrees.
Suzanne, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and also the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Congratulations.
Paula Patricia Murray.
Paula, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations, Paula.
Tosin Alukimi Taiwo.
Tosin, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations.
Amy Thompson.
Amy, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Science. Congratulations, Amy.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Science Advanced Major on Rebecca Nicole Fleming.
Becky. On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Science Advanced Major with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto, and congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts Child and Youth Study on Alicia Boutelier.
Alicia, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Alicia.
Jenna Lee Carey.
Jenna? Yes. Jenna, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations, Jenna.
Gillian Farris.
Jillian, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations.
Katrina Louisa Johnson.
Katrina, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations.
Amanda McInnes.
Amanda, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations.
Jennifer McNeil.
Jennifer, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Nicole Podetz.
Nicole, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations.
Bismillah Sharif.
Bismillah, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations to you.
Carrie Sims.
Carrie, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts. Congratulations, Carrie.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology on Ron Busby.
Ron, I admit you to, wait a minute now. On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Jason Edward Flynn.
Jason, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology. Congratulations, Jason.
Amanda Judith Jarvis, and Amanda also receives a certificate in Business Administration.
Amanda, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology. Congratulations.
Jonathan Thomas LeBlanc with distinction.
Jonathan, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology. Congratulations on your distinction.
Lauren Wendy Smith with distinction and highest aggregate.
Lauren, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology. Congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration on Julie Clattenburg.
Judy, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Judy.
Jeanette Marie Denford.
Jeanette, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations, Jeanette.
Ayman El Amasi.
Ayman, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations.
Andrew Jenkins.
Andrew, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Thank you very much. Congratulations, Andrew.
Christopher McDermott.
Christopher, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations, Christopher.
Jacqueline Nicole Roy with distinction and highest aggregate.
Jacqueline, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations on your good work.
Vanessa Laurie Russell.
Vanessa, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations, Vanessa.
Aisha Charisma Simmons.
Aisha, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations, Aisha.
Andrew Clarence Thistle with Cooperative Education Option.
Andrew, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations, Andrew.
Linda Noreen Walsh.
Linda, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. Congratulations, Linda.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations on Alana Lee Andrews, Cooperative Education Option, and Alana also receives a certificate in marketing.
Alana, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Alana.
Christy Beth Cochran, Cooperative Education route.
Christy, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Christy.
Nicole Mary Patricia Dorman.
Nicole, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations. Good luck.
Melissa Dawn Edwards, Cooperative Education option with distinction. And Melissa also receives a certificate in marketing today.
Melissa, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the certificates as well.
Nancy Ann Ferguson, Cooperative Education option with distinction. And Nancy also receives a certificate in marketing today.
Nancy, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. We'll get that one right. Congratulations, Nancy.
Catherine Mary French, Cooperative Education option.
Catherine, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Catherine.
Jennifer Gavin, Cooperative Education option, and Jennifer also receives a certificate in marketing.
Jennifer, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Sean Michael Glover, Cooperative Education option.
Sean, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Sean.
Stephanie Hackett, Cooperative Education option, and Stephanie also receives a certificate in marketing.
Stephanie, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the certificate as well.
Jeff Scott Kennedy.
Jeff, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Jeff.
Cassie Dawn Ledwidge, Cooperative Education option.
Kathy? Casey. Cassie, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. I'm going to get that one right yet. Congratulations.
Sarah Levy, Cooperative Education option.
Sarah, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Sarah.
Janet McDonald, Cooperative Education option.
Janet, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Sarah.
Melissa May McKinnon, Cooperative Education option with distinction.
Melissa, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the distinction.
Giselle McNeil, Cooperative Education option, and Giselle also receives a certificate in marketing today.
Giselle, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the certificate as well.
Elizabeth Martin, Cooperative Education option.
Elizabeth, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Judith Paula McCarthy, Cooperative Education option.
Judith, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations, Judith.
Jeffrey Pittman, Cooperative Education option, and Jeffrey also receives the certificate in business today.
Jeffrey, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the certificate as well.
Iman Sadie, and Iman also receives a certificate in marketing.
Iman, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations for the certificate as well.
Megan Selby, Cooperative Education option, and Megan also receives the certificate in marketing.
Megan, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations for the certificate as well.
Lashana Smith, Cooperative Education option with distinction.
Shauna, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the distinction.
Gillian Summers, Cooperative Education option with distinction, and Gillian also receives the certificate in marketing.
Jillian, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations on the certificate, too.
Patricia Suzanne Stevens, Cooperative Education option.
Patricia, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations to you.
Gillian Beth Strugnell, Cooperative Education option, with distinction and highest aggregate. And Gillian also receives a certificate in marketing.
Jillian, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations. Congratulations for all your good work.
Erin Ruth Tomlinson, Cooperative Education Option with distinction.
Erin, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Public Relations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Science, Applied Human Nutrition, Dietetics on Jordan Alice Casey, who also receives the certificate in business today.
Jordan, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Applied Human Nutrition, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Jillian.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management on Suzanne Appleby, Cooperative Education route, and who also receives a certificate in business today.
Suzanne, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations, Suzanne.
Chantel Denise Cantley, Cooperative Education route, who also receives a certificate in business.
Suzanne? Chantel. Chantel, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. Congratulations, Chantel.
Greg Channer, Practica route, who also receives the certificate in business.
Greg, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. And good luck. Thank you.
Christy Marie Dempsey, Cooperative Education route, who also receives the certificate in business today.
Christy, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. And congratulations, Christy.
Daniele Netto, Cooperative Education route, who also receives the certificate in business.
Danielle, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. Congratulations, thank you, certificate as well.
Anastasia Popova, Cooperative Education route, who also receives the certificate in business.
Anastasia, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. Congratulations for the certificate as well.
Adele Sullivan, Cooperative Education route, with distinction and highest aggregate. Adele also receives the certificate in business and was the recipient of the PACRIM Award in the Tourism Department this year.
Adele, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management, and congratulations on all of those honors. Thank you.
Tana Lavinia Zwicker, Cooperative Education route with distinction, and Tana also receives the certificate in business today.
Tana, I confer the degree of Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. Congratulations for your certificate as well.
Madam Chancellor, it is my privilege to present to you the candidates for the Collegiate Honours of Graduation. I attest that they have successfully completed the required courses of study, and I ask that they be admitted to the master's degree. Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Master of Applied Human Nutrition on Nehad Kot.
Nehad, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Applied Human Nutrition with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Master of Science Applied Human Nutrition on Christine Phyllis Johnson.
Christine, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Science Applied Human Nutrition with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Mount St. University confers the degree of Masters of Education on Wissam Abuznada.
Wissam? On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Education with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Jennifer Catherine Adams.
Jennifer, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Tracy Darlene Clark Allen.
Tracy, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Tracy.
Bendet Anyanwa.
Bendet, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Elizabeth Aries.
Elizabeth, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Elizabeth.
Shauna May Barter.
Shauna, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Lori Barque.
Lori, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Gail Beaton.
Gail, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Does that sound good?
Lisa Ann Bedell.
Lisa, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Carla Bernier.
Carla, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Carla.
Jackie Gillaham Bessie.
Jackie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Jackie.
Andrea Louise Briand.
Andrea, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Andrea.
Karen Lee Ann Brown.
Karen, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Karen.
Sean Edward Brunt.
Sean, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Jennifer Louise Burke.
Jennifer, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Suzanne Nicole Burt.
Suzanne, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Suzanne.
Stephanie Mary Matua Carver.
Stephanie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Susan Casey.
Susan Casey. Susan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. I'm sure you earned it.
Jillian Chafe.
Jillian, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Carrie Chandler.
Carrie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Carrie.
Tanya Marie Chisholm.
Tanya, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Tanya.
Alpha Elizabeth Clouston.
Alpha, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Barbara Colford Connors.
Barbara, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Barbara.
Angela Grace Camo.
Angela, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Angela.
Paula Krant Law.
Paula, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Did that sound really good?
Kirsty Creighton.
Kirsty, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kirsty.
Kelly Christine Kernan.
Kelly, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kelly.
Marlene Catherine Curran.
Marlene, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Elaine Dean White.
Elaine, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Sheila Doucette.
Sheila, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Sheila.
Dominique Duchesne.
Dominique, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations. Good luck.
Tracy Nicole Edison.
Tracy, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Tracy. Good luck.
Allison Ruth Edwards.
Allison, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations. Good luck.
Carol Ann Faber.
Carol Ann, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Carol Ann.
Sabine McKella Fells.
Sabine, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Janet Ferlisi.
Janet, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations. Good work.
Christine Ford.
Christine, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Christine.
Karen Susan Golding Froud.
Karen, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Does that sound good? Thank you. Congratulations.
Linda Goldwater.
Linda, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Linda.
Janice Anne-Marie Graham.
Janice, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
George Gray.
George, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Nancy Grenning.
Nancy, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Nancy.
Frida Grove.
Frida, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Frida.
Krista Guimau.
Hello, Krista. Krista, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Krista.
Jennifer Kate Hadley.
Jennifer, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Vonda Halfyard.
Vonda, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Vonda.
Angela Dale Hanley Keefe.
Angela, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Angela.
Elizabeth Harris.
Elizabeth, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Darylyn Hayes.
Darylyn, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Catherine Henning.
Catherine, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Catherine.
Cheryl Ann Highmore.
Cheryl Ann, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Barbara Hines.
Barbara, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Deborah Ann Hislop.
Deborah, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Graziella Iofrate.
Graziella, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Graziella.
Joel Irvine.
Joel, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Lisa Jones McKenna.
Lisa, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Lisa.
Stephanie Claire Judge.
Stephanie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Anna Marie Kaiser.
Anna, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Anna.
Lisa Kirby.
Lisa, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Kara Joy Klein.
Kara, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kara.
Paula Knight.
Paula, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Lynn Contact.
Lynn, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Lynn.
Joseph David LeBlanc.
Joseph, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Kim LeBlanc.
Kim, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kim.
Susan Estelle Little.
Susan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Susan.
Stephanie Lynch.
Stephanie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Peter Gordon McDonald.
Peter, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Peter.
Dawn Michelle McDonald.
Dawn, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Dawn.
Alexander Roy McDonald. McDougall, I'm sorry.
Alexander, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Thank you. Marlene McGinnis.
Marlene, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Marlene.
Catherine McLean.
Catherine, I confer the degree of Master of Education.
Laura Alexandra McKenzie.
Laura, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Laura.
Kelly Lynn McNeil Zink.
Kelly Lynn, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Judith Christine McSween.
Judith, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Judith.
Nigel Stanley Owen Mailman.
Nigel, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Kenneth Marshall.
Kenneth, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kenneth.
Karen Lynn Martin.
Karen, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Karen.
Neville Paul May.
Neville, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Neville.
Susan Jane McBride Wenzel.
Susan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Does that sound good?
Paula McKenzie.
Paula, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Paula.
Patricia Ann Marr.
Patricia, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Catherine Ray Millen.
Catherine, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Catherine.
Joan Montgomery.
Joan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you, Joan.
Sean Stewart Moore.
Sean, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Sean.
Marcia Lynn Murphy.
Marcia, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Shane Murphy.
Shane, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Shane.
Jennifer Murray.
Jennifer, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Jennifer.
Della Myers Keynes.
Della, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Della.
Danielle Yvette O'Brien.
Danielle, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Nancy Jane O'Brien.
Nancy, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Nancy.
Mary Jane O'Gora.
Mary Jane, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Mary Jane.
Susan Janice McLean.
Susan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Susan. Good work.
Kelly Osborne Bartow.
Kelly, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Miranda Page White.
Miranda, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Wayne G. Park.
Wayne, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Wayne.
Jacqueline Parker.
Jacqueline, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Jacqueline.
Catherine Margaret Payne.
Catherine, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Catherine.
Deborah Peddle.
Deborah, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Deborah. Thank you.
Aaron Peet.
Aaron, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Aaron.
Connie Palaccia.
Connie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Connie.
Lauren Pigeon.
Lauren, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Lauren. Good luck.
Renata Marie Power.
Renata, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Renata.
Daniela Quarato Martins.
Daniela, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Daniela.
Roca Maria Cuarto Copiani.
Is it Roca? Maria, I confer the degree of, let me try that. Masters of Education. One can't afford to lose one's concentration. Thank you.
Andrew Jason McNeil.
Andrew, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Andrew.
Julia Rank.
Julie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Ruth Collier Retief.
Ruth, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Ruth.
Teresa Denise Ravoy.
Teresa, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Teresa.
Judith Mary Rideout.
Judith, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations.
Beverly Dawn Ritchie.
Beverly, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Kimberly Marjorie Roberts.
Kimberly, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kimberly.
Gidget Robinson.
Gidget, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you. Blessings.
Denise Rumble.
Denise, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Denise.
Rosemary Ryan Forsey.
Rosemary, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you, Rosemary.
Deborah Joy Sacre.
Deborah, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Deborah. Good luck.
Amanda Jenny Singer.
Amanda, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Amanda.
Bruce Smith.
Bruce, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Lindsay Kristen Smith.
Lindsay, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Lindsay. Good luck.
Roger Curtis Smith.
Roger, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Roger. Good luck.
Virginia Marie Smith.
Virginia Marie, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Julie Ann Steinberg.
Julianne, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Jan Stephen.
Jan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Martin Lee Stephenson.
Martha? Martha, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Olivia Robin Stuhlberger.
Olivia, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations. Good luck.
Diana Sute.
Diana, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Diana. Good luck.
Rose Camilla Taylor.
Rose, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Leo Joseph Tobin.
Leo, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Carolyn Mary Trafford.
Carolyn, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Carolyn. Good luck.
Richard C. Tully.
Richard, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Richard.
Allison Michelle Beckman.
Allison, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Allison. Good for you.
Patricia Marie Wadden.
Patricia, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Patricia. Good for you.
Scott Wadden.
Scott, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations. Congratulations to you.
Tracy Warner.
Tracy, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Tracy.
Tanya White.
Tanya, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you.
Susan Christine Whitten.
Susan, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Susan. Good luck.
Sarah Louisa Weil.
Sarah, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you. Good luck.
Kim Wilson.
Kim, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations, Kim. Good luck.
Angela Marie Yerxa Weeks.
Angela, I confer the degree of Master of Education. Congratulations to you. Good luck.
David Nathaniel Zink.
David, I confer the degree of Master of Education.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Master of Education Curriculum Studies, Teaching English as a Second Language in association with St. Mary's University on Stephanie Marie Campbell.
Stephanie, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Education Curriculum Studies. I think we'll stop there. With all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Thank you.
Kathleen Foley.
Kathleen, I confer the degree of Master of Education Curriculum Studies, English as a Second Language. Congratulations.
Mount St. University confers the degree of Master of Arts in Education on Gretchen Lynn Gerhardt.
Gretchen, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts in Education with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Master of Research Master of Arts to Wanda Weber.
Wanda, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Research Master of Arts with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations. Good luck.
Mount St. University confers the degree of Master of Arts in Child and Youth Studies on Jean Lusk.
Jean, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts in Child and Youth Study with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to you.
Mount St. Vincent University confers the degree of Master of Arts in Family Studies and Gerontology on Jennifer Helen Colpaw.
Jennifer, on behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you to the degree of Master of Arts in Family Studies and Gerontology with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations to you.
Marley Manning.
Marley, I confer the degree of Master of Arts in Family Studies and Gerontology. Congratulations, Marley.
In absentia. In addition, we confer the appropriate degrees on all those presented to the University Senate.
I confer the degrees in absentia to those persons so designated by the Dean.
Senate Awards of Distinction. These engraved pewter awards, presented by the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, are given in recognition of superior academic achievement to each student who graduates with distinction and with highest aggregate in undergraduate diploma and degree programs. The Master's Awards are presented upon recommendation of each department. The undergraduate Senate medals are awarded to Tanya Juanita Kuhn, BA Advanced Major. Tanya, would you come forward, please? Suzanne Denise Height, Bachelor of Science. Lauren Wendy Smith, Bachelor of Applied Arts, Information Technology, Cooperative Education. Jackie Nicole Roy, Bachelor of Business Administration. Jillian Beth Strugnell, Bachelor of Public Relations. Adele Sullivan, Bachelor of Tourism and Hospitality Management. In addition, Senate medals are awarded to Jillian Demmons, Bachelor of Arts, and Ryan McNeil, Honors in Business Administration, First Class Honors, who are not attending today. The Graduate Senate medals are awarded to Stephanie Lynch, Master of Education, Curriculum Studies. Karen Martin, Master of Education, Educational Foundations. Sean Brunt, Master of Education, Educational Psychology. Andrea Briant, Master of Education, Elementary Education. Tanya White, Master of Education, Literacy Education. Stephanie Campbell, Master of Education, Teaching English as a Second Language. Jean Lusk, Master of Arts, Child and Youth Studies. Marley Manning, Master of Arts, Family Studies and Gerontology. Senate medals are also awarded to Carolyn Dunn, Master of Education, Adult Education, and Franz McClure, Master of Arts in School Psychology, who are not with us today. The Graduate Thesis Award. The Graduate Thesis Award was established in 2003 to be awarded annually at Fall Convocation. Students who graduate in the spring and fall ceremonies are eligible for this award. Awarded to a student who has completed a thesis that is of exceptional quality, including evidence of well-developed independent research skills and contributions to their academic discipline. The 2004 Graduate Thesis Award is presented to Marley Manning, Master of Arts, Family Studies and Gerontology. Marley graduates today with her Master's of Arts in Family Studies and Gerontology. Marley's thesis, entitled The Mechanics of Policy Change, Home Care Histories in 3 Provinces from 1985 to 2000, was considered by the Graduate Studies Selection Committee to be a significant, complex, and intellectually challenging work. Congratulations, Marley. To be chosen valedictorian, the student must have maintained a strong academic record, must have been actively involved in a number of extracurricular activities either on campus or in the community, must have been nominated as a fitting spokesperson for the graduating class by their peers and their faculty. I am pleased to award the valedictorian prize to Aaron Thomason, Bachelor of Public Relations with distinction. Aaron came to Mount St. Vincent University as one of the first President's Scholars, and graduates today with a Bachelor of Public Relations with distinction. She has been a very active member of the Public Relations Society throughout her years here, and has also worked with the University Literary Journal, the Undergraduate English Conference, and the University Advancement's Black Tie Bingo. During her co-op work term, she spoke to high school students across the province, promoting their programs, and she has continued to volunteer with them doing this work. Most recently, she acted as MC for the 2004 Management Development for Women graduation. Erin also volunteers for the Lung and Heart and Stroke Foundations. Congratulations, Erin. Kappa Gamma Pi. Membership in Kappa Gamma Pi, Honor Society of Catholic Universities for Women, is awarded to graduates who, in addition to high scholastic standing and a good record in extracurricular activity, give promise of academic leadership in the future. The Undergraduate Kappa Gamma Pi Award is awarded to Lauren Wendy Smith. Lauren graduates today with her Bachelor of Applied Arts Information Technology with distinction. Lauren has played an active role in all Information Technology Society functions and has represented the Information Technology Department at a variety of student recruitment activities. Lauren has been particularly helpful with international students, ensuring that their first few weeks are as non-intimidating as possible. She also provided many hours of assistance to students who are having difficulty in first-year courses, and her enthusiastic, can-do attitude was contagious. Lauren was also one of the finalists for the Co-op Student of the Year award. She firmly believes in the Mount's philosophy and attributes her success to the environment at Mount St. Vincent University. Her faculty are confident that Lauren will continue her links with Mount St. Vincent University and will be an outstanding ambassador for the program and the university. Congratulations, Lauren. The Graduate Kappa Gamma Pi Award is awarded to Jennifer Helen Kolpa. Jennifer graduates today with her Master's of Arts in Family Studies and Gerontology. Jennifer can best be described as a connector. She was an active member of the Family Studies and Gerontology Student Society and was the Mount Student Campus representative for the Canadian Association of Gerontology. During her time as a graduate student, she was awarded a graduate student stipend through the Hidden Costs Invisible Contributions Research Project valued at $10,000. Her dedication to improving the lives of family caregivers is evident in many of her papers and her thesis that she completed while being a student in the Family Studies and Gerontology program. And we fully expect her to continue this advocacy work in her future endeavors. Jennifer was also part of a group of graduate students who challenged the Romano Commission to address the important issues of community care in the Future of Healthcare report, and was successful at getting a place at one of the roundtables to influence healthcare policy in our country. Congratulations, Jennifer. The President's Prize. This special award, donated by the university president, is awarded to a member of the graduating class whose energy, generosity, and commitment have enriched the university during their time as a student, and who show promise of their commitment, that this commitment will continue as an alumna. The President's Prize is awarded to Melissa M. McKinnon, Bachelor of Public Relations. Melissa came to Mount St. Vincent University as a recipient of a President's Scholarship and graduates today with her Bachelor of Public Relations degree with distinction. Not only has Melissa excelled in her academic work, but has also been recognized for her outstanding achievements in her co-op work terms and also as an athlete. During the past year, Melissa was nominated and was the successful recipient of the Co-op Student of the Year Award. She was described by her employer, the Nova Scotia Department of Health, as professional, confident, enthusiastic, focused, and hardworking, and a great team player. Melissa now has a full-time position with them. Melissa was a member of the Mount women's basketball team, and outside of the university has been a successful softball player. She attended the Canada Games in 2001 and the Canadian Championships in 2002-03. She also coaches softball, and in 2005 will be the assistant coach for the Nova Scotia Canada Games women's softball team. Melissa clearly has already made her mark both within the university and beyond, and we are very confident that she will continue to do so. Congratulations, Melissa. And we are also pleased to have two President's Prizes today. So a President's Prize is also awarded to Carol Ann Noel Dunn, Master of Education. Carol is not here today, but I would like to read of her accomplishments. Carol graduates today with her Master of Education, Adult Education, and Carol was one of the participants of the Adult Education program in Jamaica. Carol is described by her professors as one of the most intellectually sophisticated students that we have had in the Graduate Adult Education program. Her project entitled Class Culture and the Cycle of Colonialism in Adult Education, Shaping Development in Post-Independence Jamaica, explores the way various adult education practices in the history of Jamaica since independence have both contributed to and impaired national development. Throughout her degree, Carol gave generously of her strengths as a researcher, a critical thinker, and a writer to support the learning of fellow students in the program. This willingness to assist others is especially important in our international cohort programs, since students who are learning at a distant site must rely upon one another to create a supportive learning community. We hope that she will consider returning to our program to teach sometime in the future, and we wish Carol in Jamaica much congratulations.
Greetings and congratulations. Research and scholarship reside at the very heart of a university. These activities embody the university as a knowledge generation and knowledge sharing community. These also define the professorial vocation as a life in learning. The Award of Research Excellence was established by Mount St. Vincent University to acknowledge and to celebrate particularly notable contributions by MSVU faculty to the research community and to the university's research climate. It is my privilege to acknowledge Dr. Reginald Stewart, full professor in the Department of History, as the 2004 recipient of MSVU's Award for Research Excellence. Dr. Stewart's record of scholarly achievement exemplifies the best practices and highest standards. As one nominator observes, for more than 30 years, Dr. Stewart has sustained an impressive and significant record of research and scholarly activity. His work contributes meaningfully to North American-focused historical inquiry, and notably to perceptive and prescient understandings of Canada-U.S. cross-border relations. To date, Dr. Stewart's research and scholarship have garnered many honors, the most recent being his award as the Distinguished Canadian-American Fulbright Chair at the Woodrow Wilson International Center for Scholars in Washington, D.C. Dr. Stewart has authored 5 books, co-authored another, and edited 2 anthologies. In addition, he has published 40 refereed and commissioned articles, review essays, and book chapters, and 55 book reviews in scholarly journals. As might be anticipated of such a prolific scholar, Dr. Stewart has sustained a laudable level of contribution to professional meetings and adjudications, having read 25 papers to scholarly gatherings and provided commentary to, organized, and chaired many others. No less of an achievement is the fact that Dr. Stewart has assisted his research through a record of consistent success within competitive grant adjudications. Dr. Stewart's practice demonstrates his conviction to exercising and expressing the scholar's responsibility to disseminate research widely to a variety of publics. He's taken his knowledge and passion for Canadian-American studies to the general public, delivering many public lectures and talks, providing public affairs commentary through radio, television, and newspaper interviews. This body of scholarly and research achievement has been achieved during a MSVU faculty career that's included regular teaching and administrative duties. Indeed, Dr. Stewart has twice served as Chair of History and served as Dean of Arts and Sciences from 1988 to 1996. As an administrative leader, Dr. Stewart engaged a sincere interest in the faculty's research, encouraging and promoting research and scholarship at every turn. For instance, he initiated the creation of the Faculty Release Time Award for Deserving Scholars, which since 1993 has given its recipients a little bit of breathing room needed to polish a grant submission, finish off a book or article, or otherwise pursue with increased vigor their own scholarly paths. Mount St. Vincent University, its faculty, students, and staff celebrate and now publicly acknowledge Dr. Stewart's exemplary scholarship and outstanding research leadership. And I'm pleased, I'm in fact honored, to present Dr. Reginald Stewart with the 2004 Award for Research Excellence.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, families, and friends, it is my honor and great pleasure to present to you Aldéa Landry, QC, for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Many of you are no doubt aware that this year, Canadians celebrated the 400th anniversary of the arrival of the French to North America, festivities that concluded with the Congrès Mondial Acadien in July and August here in Nova Scotia. Given this significant event, we at Mount St. Vincent University thought it appropriate to celebrate in our own way by honoring the accomplishments of one of our Acadian stars, Aldéa Landry. Aldéa Landry is a woman who has changed the fabric of her community and her country. She is a tireless advocate, an innovative groundbreaker, a respected intellect, and a dedicated volunteer. Her biographical information is in the program, so I won't repeat it, but I thought I would take a few minutes to highlight some of the reasons we are honoring her today. In 1987, Aldéa was elected as a member of the Legislative Assembly of New Brunswick for Shippagan-les-Îles. She went on to become the first Acadian woman ever to be appointed to cabinet, where she took on quite a number of roles and senior portfolios. She served as Deputy Premier, President of the Executive Council, Minister of Intergovernmental Affairs, Minister responsible for regional economic development, to name but a few. Her skills and talent were obviously recognized by her peers. Her work ethic allowed her to shine. Beginning in 1991, Ms. Landry spent 2 years touring New Brunswick as co-chair of the Downey Landry Commission on Excellence in Education. With the release of its report, a framework for interinstitutional education opportunities and enhanced links to the labor market was developed within the context of a lifelong learning directive. Despite the pace her career has set, Aldéa somehow always manages to find time to contribute to her community. You know the saying, if you want something done, ask a busy person. She exemplifies this. Her ability to get things done and effect positive change in growth in her community has been recognized in many ways, including being chosen by Progress magazine in 2003 as one of 20 Atlantic Canadians who represent the spirit of progress in Atlantic Canada. In recognition of her leadership, her lifelong commitment to community, her public service, I ask you, Madam Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, to confer on Aldéa Landry, QC, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
Aldéa Landry, to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guests, faculty, graduates, families, and friends. It is my privilege to present Mary Sparling for the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. For many in the audience today, Mary Sparling needs no introduction. For 21 years, she was a commanding presence in this university as the director of the art gallery. And it is no exaggeration to say that during that time, she was the art gallery. She catapulted our tiny gallery onto the national scene with her daring ideas and her great tenacity of purpose. Mary was and continues to be completely committed and absolutely passionate about promoting all kinds of art: visual, theater, music, dance, and literature. Through education, dissemination, and advocacy, Mary did the same thing that the artists she fostered did. She changed the way that people saw the world by bringing forward many new artistic voices and new perspectives. This being the Mount, one focus of Mary's activity was women artists. Besides showing their work at the gallery, Mary founded the Slide Registry of Nova Scotian Women Artists, and then the Nova Scotian Women Artists Journal. In both, she featured not only the usual arts of drawing, painting, and sculpture, but also fabric arts like quilting and rug hooking, women's traditional arts that had been looked down upon and dismissed by the artistic community. Her pioneering work helped to develop a community of female artists in Nova Scotia whose work became internationally respected. Her work also expanded the consciousness of the national arts community, making it aware of these regional female artists and their traditional art forms, that their traditional art forms were worthy of recognition. But Mary did not limit her attention to female artists. Indeed, some of her exhibitions went far beyond displaying art. In particular, her Africville, A Spirit That Lives On, created with her friend Sheila Mackenzie, showed people that Africville had been much more than a slum that well-meaning Haligonians leveled in an effort to improve the lives of its inhabitants. It was a vibrant community, and its destruction was a terrible mistake. Thanks in no small measure to Mary's exhibition, Africville does live on, and its destruction has served as a focal point to bring the community together. In a similar way, another exhibition, Terra Firma, 5 immigrant artists in Nova Scotia, led to a second called In Transit, Pier 21. This show, like Africville, also lives on because it was the catalyst for the creation of Pier 21, one of Halifax's most notable tourist sites. Besides striving to bring recognition to the work of marginalized artists, Mary also fought to improve the living and working conditions of Nova Scotia artists. In addition to her personal patronage of a number of artists and artists and arts groups, her advocacy and campaigning on their behalf has helped to increase both federal and provincial funding and bring greater financial stability to the arts community in our province. Today, we owe a debt of gratitude to Mary for a thriving, vital arts community that she helped to nurture, support, and inspire. It is a tremendous legacy that every day serves to give creative and dynamic life to Mary's vision. Mount St. Vincent University owes a special debt to Mary Sparling. For many years, Mary was the face of the university in the community. While the local papers ignored many of the activities of the university, they never missed an event at the art gallery. For her, the gallery was a community resource. She made it accessible to students, faculty, and the neighborhood. When visiting the gallery, one often saw people from the local community. Moreover, Mary's involvement with the Mount did not cease with her retirement in '94. 4 years later, she came back and served on the board until 2002. In recognition of her lifelong commitment to building the Nova Scotia arts community, her tireless work in fostering the work of minority artists, and her significant service to this institution, I ask you, Madam Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, to confer on Mary Sparling the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I admit you, Mary Sparling, to the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guest, faculty, graduates, family, and friends. It is my honor and great pleasure to present to you today Catherine McKinnon, fondly known to all Canadians as Miss Farewell to Nova Scotia. For the degree of the Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. Catherine is an ambassador for Mount St. Vincent University and a role model for success in the arts and businesses. Born in St. John, New Brunswick, singer-actress Catherine McKinnon lived all over Canada as a child. She debuted at the age of 8 with a radio performance in St. John for the grand remuneration of a jar of peanut butter. At the age of 12, she began her study of music at Mount St. Vincent Academy. And in 1963, Catherine, along with other aspiring singers from the Academy, were showcased on the CBC program High Society. This was the beginning of both Catherine's professional career and her long-standing association with CBC. She went on to become a regular performer on the infamous Canadian television programs Sing Along Jubilee, Don Messer's Jubilee, and Music Hop. As well, she performed on her own national radio series, That McKenna Girl. Catherine can be a hard person to track down because you just never know in what part of the world you may find her. She has performed throughout North America, Europe, and Asia, including performances for the Canadian military personnel serving with the United Nations overseas in Germany and Cyprus. Catherine has performed with the top Canadian symphony orchestras and has headlined on more than one occasion with the Toronto Symphony. As well, she has performed many musical comedies at the Charlottetown Festival. Her most vivid solo performance was before Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II during her visit to Halifax in 1976. But you may be surprised to hear that Catherine's favorite performance was Christmas at Rideau Hall with Maureen Forster and with a cameo by then Prime Minister the Honorable Elliott Trudeau. Catherine is a fine representative of Mount St. Vincent University and is an inspiration to young musicians. Since her graduation in 1963, she has been honored and recognized for her musical performances and achievements. She received her first Juno Award in 1966 for Top Female Artist 2 years running, and a prestigious International Recording Award for top record sales in Canada. Other recipients that year were 4 young men named John, Paul, Ringo, and George. There are countless performances with groups such as the Irish Rovers and Ryan's Fancy. Her career encompasses co-starring with Roger Whittaker and Harry Belafonte at the Winnipeg Symphony, portraying Marg Osborne in the musical The Messer Show, and performances at Neptune Theatre. Catherine has performed on stage with Bob Hope and Bob Newhart, and on television with Ethel Merman, Rosemary Clooney, and Tony Bennett, to name just a few. Whenever Mount St. Vincent University or the Sisters of Charity needed Catherine, she would always volunteer to be there. She has been honored by the Multiple Sclerosis Society with the Canadian Volunteer Award and has received the Variety Club's Diamond Award for touching the lives of others in a meaningful and supportive way. Catherine is currently the national spokesperson for the Hearing Foundation of Canada. Catherine is an accomplished businesswoman owning and operating the well-known Spot of Tea restaurant on Prince Edward Island, where you will find a very special guest book for the Mount St. Vincent University graduates. Catherine, I know that I speak for all my fellow Nova Scotians when I say that when we hear the strains of Farewell to Nova Scotia, we immediately picture you. Your performance of this haunting shanty has bound it forever in the hearts of Nova Scotians and Canadians alike. While many have performed this beautiful song, no one has ever evoked its passion and its pride in being Nova Scotian like you do. Your recording of this rousing song is a revered piece of Canadian culture. Your live performance of this song immediately brings audiences to their feet with tears in their eyes. You are truly one of the few entertainers who has had the ability and the versatility to touch all forms of music and stage performances, and we are proud to honor you here today. In recognition of her outstanding abilities, I ask you, Madam Chancellor, in the name of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, to confer on Catherine McKinnon the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
So amazing, wonderful. On behalf of the Senate of Mount St. Vincent University, I confer on you, Catherine McKinnon, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. Congratulations.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And nobody deserves it more.
Over 40 years in the business, and I still don't know what mic to go to. Well, that'll break the ice, won't it? Madam Chancellor, Madam President, distinguished guests, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. In this building named for her, I stand before you today as a daughter of St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. It is from her humble beginnings and the courageous vision of the Sisters of Charity that this great university now exists. From her challenge to her daughters that they be valiant women, this wonderful institution began. With its proud history and fine reputation, I am so humbled and thrilled today to receive this honorary degree. May there mingle with my gratitude to you additional gratitude to St. Elizabeth Ann Seton. As you know, my life has been one of song. That singing began a long time ago, in the last century. In Shiloh, Manitoba, where my father was stationed at that Canadian Forces base. My first public appearance was a Christmas concert where I sang "All I Want for Christmas Is My Two Front Teeth," and of course I didn't have any. But that didn't stop me. I've been told by many I was a precocious child, and maybe that's true. I then moved on to Churchill, Manitoba, and then St. John, New Brunswick, where I did my first radio show. London, Ontario, where I did my first black and white television, for those of you who were not born in this century, before finally moving with my family to Halifax. And upon arriving in this city, my parents enrolled me at Mount St. Vincent Academy, and thus began my lifelong attachment to the Mount. The Academy was housed on this part of the campus before moving up the hill. Yes, we remember the hill. To the Grand Mother House. So today I am filled with a sense of homecoming. From those early days came the foundation for my life. The playwright Christopher Fry has said, "You have made a space in my soul that will be my scar." A scar in this sense means that Mount St. Vincent has made its mark on me. Here I learned the virtues of discipline and courage. I learned that from every sense of failure comes an opportunity for change. And I learned to believe in myself. The entertainment business can be used as a metaphor for life. I've told my staff over and over again, every analogy I ever use has got to do with music, and somehow it seems to work. It is one in which there is enormous satisfaction from the giving of pleasure to others. There is the satisfaction of being recognized and praised for one's talents. There can as well be rejection and a sense of defeat, which serves as the catalyst for going on into the unknown, often armed only with the belief in yourself. In this place, we have been involved in a tradition of excellence, and in this community, you have been prepared for your entry into a larger world. This preparation has taken many forms. Each of you has been encouraged to use and celebrate your God-given talents. Your academic pursuits have enlarged your minds and prepared you well for the years ahead. Your involvement in service has given you a sense of charity and has won you respect. This road has prepared you to make wide and varied choices. Your developed sense of leadership, coupled with service, will serve you well as you choose and journey on your own paths. Anyone can join a collective path. Anyone can take the easy route. Anyone can drift through life, never taking a stand. You, however, will know that risk-taking can make a difference. Mother Seton knew all that, and her spirit abides with us here today. There are many paths now open to you. I am confident that your preparation here has been good. You came here full of promise and with some of the fear that often accompanies any new venture. You learned the benefit of mutual responsibility and belonging. Each person in this university is necessary and contributes unique gifts to the learning process. You have learned here to live in a community that is diverse. You have learned here the value of living in the midst of a variety of people who respect and care for the dignity of each other. In a world where there is too much intolerance, you have learned to travel the better road, which shows tolerance and understanding. You have lived on the road that fills us with memories, and I stand here today flooded with memories of my years on this very campus ground. I can tell you the strength of them has carried me, as it will you, very, very far. Often for me, as it will be for you, our dreams require sacrifice, sometimes our own, and sometimes that of others. Try to remember, Mother Seton said, the reward of sacrifice is peace. Peace be with you and your loved ones this day. Gratitude be with you and your loved ones this day. Hope be with all of us as we venture out from this place to walk forward, fortified with the knowledge, goodness, memories, and inspiration that we have been part of during our days and years at Mount St. Vincent. May we forever be humble in the face of the great honors bestowed on all of us today. And I thank you for sharing this day with me. And may God bless all of us. Thank you very much. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my soul to fear, and grace my fears relieved. How precious did that grace appear. The hour I first believed, though we've been there 10,000 years, bright shining as the sun, we've no less days to sing God's praise than when we that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see.
On behalf of the graduating class, I'd like to take this opportunity to thank and congratulate Dr. Landry, Dr. McKinnon, and Dr. Sparling. Through your work and throughout your lives, you've made such a wonderful contribution through music, arts and culture, and public service. It seems as though everyone these days is racing toward the finish line, or in our case, the top of the bloody hill. You are great examples of how so many lives can be enriched if we just take our time along the way to think about how we can make our communities even just a little bit better. Dr. McKinnon, your eloquent remarks are a reminder of the importance of having passion for our work and for life in general. If we can combine the solid education we have all received with passion, well, that's a pretty powerful combination. We are proud and honored to have with us such smart, successful, and dedicated individuals. So thank you, and thank you again to our families, our professors, and our mentors for giving us so freely your passion, your knowledge, your constant encouragement, and your amazing grace. Thank you.
Graduates and their families and guests are invited to reception in the multipurpose room, Rosaria Student Center, as soon as the convocation ceremonies are concluded. And I now declare this convocation closed. True Hey, congratulations. Catherine, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. That was wonderful.
Oh. Thank you so much.
You were beautiful.
You know, this is so different.
And we,
We're here to learn. That's my mantra. We're here to learn something every day.
it's true. Yeah, somewhere along the line I just said I'm going to say yes.
Pardon me?
Somewhere along the line I just said I'm going to say yes. Even
Oh.
if I'm scared.
Oh, yes, you have to. You have to.
Don't you? Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. But that was wonderful.
Oh.
And Amazing Grace was beautiful.
I didn't, because people said you were going to sing. I lied. God forgive me, I lied.
That was...
No, I was going to sing always. Oh, yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah,
But there has to be a little surprise somewhere.
Yeah, yes.
You know,
It was
so
so wonderful.
And then that was,
Yeah.
oh, God, how divine is this? I would sing the hallelujah.